Hi everyone, I'm Chris O'Neill from Sew the Distance. Welcome back to Christmas quilting in July 2026. This is day 11, I think. And today I'm going to talk to you about how I buy fabric and what goes through my mind when I'm buying fabric and how I can save some money or even just justify buying some fabric with these tips. So let's get started. So my first tip for you when buying fabric is to make sure that whatever you buy, you can have double duty with at least some of it. So I'm going to give you a few examples. All of these pictures, by the way, are from Fat Quarter Shop. I just took screenshots online. Hopefully that's okay. I am giving credit to where they are and you can go look for them and I will put the links below as well. So the first one, when I started looking into this on my computer, I found the perfect one, and actually I might buy this set. So I love Fat Quarter bundles, even though I know they're not cost effective necessarily, but I love them anyway. And this one, and I'm going to be looking down at my sheet because I have notes, is Gingerbread Lane, and it's by Kylie's Quilt Room for Moda Fabrics. And as you look at this fabric and look at the shots of each individuals or the groupings of individuals, you can see that there's beiges and greens and there's maroons and everything else, but there's some that are just not necessarily Christmas prints. And you can see that in this one. This could go for Valentine's Day, it could go for a 4th of July quilt or a patriotic quilt. You could use it for anything that you'd have red in if you're doing a red and black quilt, anything like that. So when you're buying something like this, like a Fat Quarter bundle that's very expensive, I like to also think about what scraps I'm going to have left over and how I could use them. So if there's a lot of prints in that bundle that I know I can use in other ways too, it makes it a little bit more cost effective for me. Okay, let's look at a non-Christmas one and see how we could use that in Christmas fabric, so the opposite. So this fabric is Foraged, Found, and Hand-Me-Down by Fancy That Designs, which if you know me, my favorite designer, okay? And you can see in this that it's not necessarily a Christmas collection, but there are some colors, there's the reds and maroons and beiges and stuff like that, that you could use in Christmas quilts. So you could have double duty going the opposite way with your scraps. So if you're looking at these fabrics and you're saying, okay, this really could be expanded into other things, it makes it just better, and I feel better about buying it. And I'm not a fabric snob per se, maybe a little bit, but not real bad. I do buy at other places. I have a video in making this quilt, which is made all from Walmart fabric. It's a tutorial. So, and then I have another one of the Walmart experience where experiment, where I actually test the fabric and wash it. So I do like to buy fabric everywhere. I don't discriminate. I love all fabric. And I know these bundles are expensive, but I just wanted to give you some good solid examples. And along those same lines, you can also look for fabric in the clearance section that is seasonal that could go with your project. So say you need a green fabric, check out the St. Patrick's Day section if there's any of that. Check out the Christmas section or even the fall section because you might find some there. Same thing with like orange fabric or whatever. It's a great way to find some fabric that you need, usually on clearance if it's off season. The next tip, I have actual fabric here that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to grab that now. So while I was at the quilt shop planning my Christmas in July event, I fell in love with these two fabrics. These are both from the same line. I love it. It's so cute and sweet, and I fell in love with it. Now they had the whole line of this fabric and I could have bought yardage of that, but I really wanted to pull other fabrics that I knew I could use other places so I can again do double duty. So what I bought, I'll show you the Christmas prints first, is I bought this one and this one. I felt like these all went. So 3 different lines, but they go. I could definitely put all of these with it. In fact, this green went with a whole lot of stuff that I was getting, and I knew this green was gonna go with a lot of stuff that I had at home. So I like to see what's out there in other lines. Now these all obviously are holiday themed, but I did buy this one. This is from a holiday line, but it absolutely could go into other quilts. And I had this on my shelf. Again, this could go, especially look at how good it goes with that. It could go with this. It wasn't part of a Christmas line, but it still goes. And then finally, I bought This was on a major sale, by the way. This, and I bought 10 yards of this. This is a background fabric on sale. It goes with everything, and it's something I can use everywhere. It's on a really good sale. I think I bought 10 yards of it, maybe 9, because I didn't get a full bolt. But I did get a lot of it because I knew I could use it everywhere. It goes well with all kinds of things. Look at that. Oh, I love it. And then finally, everybody's asking me about panels. And again, last year I have some panel projects. I think I did 3 panel projects, and there's one this year, I think. I'm still deciding. But you can see how all of this, even though this is not part of the line, and this was just something in my stash, let me lay it out nicely. This goes with all of this. So I'm really expanding my horizons, I guess, when I'm looking at fabric that way and really thinking, how else can I use this? And if you want to be real technical, this would be called working around a hero print, so that the print that you really want to highlight and then pulling fabrics from it. And it's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of things with it, and it saves you money in the long run, especially with scraps. Let's talk for a minute about Walmart fabric. When I made the Walmart quilts, I was also particular about what fabrics I bought there too. I wanted to make sure I had double duty on those as well. And you can see this, I think this was what was in the quilt, but this goes too, and this is in the other quilt, the purple quilt. I have leftover of both that can kind of go, and I can mix and match and everything else. Same thing with this. This green goes, even though it wasn't used in the quilt, I don't think. Anyway, they all go together. And then finally this fabric, I could use this green or yellow, and I'm just expanding that palette even more based on maybe a few prints. Just some food for thought as you're buying fabric. All right, let's move on to tip number 3. And this is one of my best tips, I think, ever, or something I discovered. I don't know. I'm sure other people have discovered it too, but I love this. This is extra wide backing fabric. This happens to be a Christmas print. I have a bunch. I love this stuff because it's really a wonderful way to get more bang for your buck. So if you don't know, they sell wide backs. In Massachusetts, we call them fat backs, but I don't think anybody else calls them that. And they're just extra wide fabric for the backing of quilts. And it comes in 108 inches wide and 120, I believe. Now, as you know, a standard width of fabric is around 42 to 44 inches. So this is much wider, and it allows you to not have to piece your backings. Now, the cool thing about this, however, is even though it's a little pricey per yard, you get so much more. And I went round and round with figuring out the math. Just know it's a lot cheaper to buy it this way. One thing that you want to be aware of, however, is that if you're using a pattern, you're going to have to adjust it because of the width. Most quilting patterns are written with 42 to 44 inches in mind, so keep that in mind. But if you really want to save some money, use a backing fabric on the front. A lot of them are just so pretty and wonderful. So this is this year's video on how to save money or expand your stash or be frugal, whatever you want to call it, for 2026. And don't forget to get those questions in by tomorrow for the deadline for Wednesday for our question and answer segment number 2. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you take some time to sew, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.